Happy Tuesday. We're back for another episode of the XFL Insider Podcast. This week's guest is Taurean Taylor. Taurean, how's your night going, man?
My night is going wonderful. And yourself?
Very good. Nice to talk to you, man. I've watched your highlights. I researched you a little bit, and you're a hot name with the HBCU category of players, in my opinion. So excited to hear more about you, man. Find out more about you and what makes you tick almost, as an athlete.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you having me on.
No problem, man. Hey, where are you calling in from tonight? Where are you located?
I'm calling in from Atlanta, Georgia.
Nice.
Sir,
Not too
dirty
far out.
South.
What'd
Yep,
you
yep.
say?
I said the dirty South, man. The Peach State.
Yep, you ain't lying, man. Like I
Sir.
said, you're not too far from me. The South is the South, and we know it.
Absolutely.
Well, how's things going for you? Recently, I seen you sign to the Vegas Nighthawks, so congrats on that achievement.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Things are going well for me, man. Just been putting in work and keeping my emotions together and just getting my head mentally prepared to travel to the West Coast and put on the best display of athleticism for my family and for the kingdom of heaven.
That's awesome, man. I'm excited to see what you do and how you take this opportunity and unfold. I will say before we get started, I talked to Dontae last night, and I'll play his interview at the end of our live stream. But he almost had the same type of opportunity you did. He's going to the Frisco Fighters. He's offensive lineman, but I mean, very similar in terms of y'all are just trying to take that step to the next level.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, it's a long journey. And there's no shortcut to success. You know what I mean? So you just gotta take what offers hot and make the most of each and every opportunity.
Yes, sir. Agreed on that. Let's get started talking about you a little bit more, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Well, tell me this is a question I ask everybody. Tell me more about your background. What's something people should know about you, whether it be high school, college, just tell us a little bit more about you.
Okay, originally, my first sport was baseball. Actually, I stopped playing baseball and began to take football seriously back in sixth grade. I was 11 years old, and at my middle school, we could start playing for the school in the seventh grade. So my sixth grade year summer, I just began to lift weights and put in extra conditioning work, and ultimately, I fell in love with the game of football, and I attended Miller Grove High School for my ninth and 10th grade season. I didn't play football at all in ninth grade, but I played in 10th grade. I had a couple touchdowns, and I ended up fracturing my collarbone, and I ended up transferring to Tucker High School my junior year, where I won a Region 6A Player of the Year, and we went to the state championship. Now, around the springtime of that year, I started getting offers from Cincinnati, Miami of Ohio, Marshall, Southern Mississippi. So I began to see my recruiting kick up, and ultimately I committed to Kent State, and they ended up firing their whole coaching staff and bringing in their new staff, which made me open back up my recruitment. And I ended up getting a few offers from HBCU schools around the nation, and had an in-home visit with Tuskegee University coach Kevin Powell, and we just hit it off from there. I took official to the school, and I loved everything I saw, and I just wanted to be a part of that culture, and then the rest is history.
It's awesome, man. Yeah, just looking at some of your achievements. Most recently, you were named the 2023 overall team MVP. You were a team captain. You were HBCU Player of the Week once. I mean, you got a lot more stuff, but that's just to name a few. So, I mean, you had a good career. Oh, we lost you. There he is. Yeah, it kicked you. It's all good. I was just saying, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Okay.
I was just saying you had a good, some good achievements there at Tuskegee. I mean, you really showed out.
Yes, sir. It was a wonderful time, and I'm thankful for Coach Willie Slater. I'm thankful for Head Coach Reginald Ruffin and Aaron James for believing in me and giving me a shot to display the athleticism and the attributes that God has blessed me with. Man, I'm forever grateful for the surrounding support system that I have, because I understand that it takes a village to raise a child and a young man at that. So I'm just very grateful to be in the position that I'm in.
Yes, sir. Nothing wrong with being humble, man. Especially being in your position. You could walk into things with a big head and not take any of the offerings that people give you, but you being able to do that and apply that for what you need is really what's going to make you a star athlete.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
So, in terms of your college career, everything went well. Now, I wanted to ask this: did COVID mess you up at all during those years? Did you have any kind of uh,
Absolutely, absolutely. I feel like COVID was a setback for a lot of college athletes, especially on the Division II level. We weren't allowed to have fans at home games, so that kind of played a role in the success of our team. My COVID year, I ended up actually spraining my ankle in 2021, and we ended up going 3-8 as a team, and that was a really tough year. And I had some mental mishaps, you may say, and I just had to just really do some soul searching and figure out what's the next best step. So definitely, man, COVID definitely had an impact.
Yeah, that's a noticeable thing that I've talked to most of the athletes during those years. Either you miss some opportunities or you missed the chance to kind of shine and get your name out. So, I just wanted to highlight that and see if that was a problem with you as well. But I mean, if you played from 19 to now at any point, I mean, that probably messed anyone up per se.
Right, right.
There were a few that benefited off the extra year, but most people wanted to move on. They didn't want to hang out and do it again.
Yeah, I actually had an extra year to play college football, but I figured once I got invited to the HBCU Legacy Bowl, the guy was telling me like, "Hey, you're ready for the next level. You're prepared, and you put the work in to be able to head on to the professional level." So I just took that by the horns and you know what I'm saying, face the challenge head on.
That's a smart play, man. I mean, you want to take that momentum of that final great year and just keep on rolling. So, I mean, I think that's a smart play.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So, this is a question I ask certain athletes, and sometimes it's role model, sometimes it's other things. But who's your favorite athlete, man? If you could name one person as a role model or someone that you admire, who would that be?
Uh, Favorite athlete, I probably have to tiptoe along the side of basketball when it comes to this, man. I like LeBron James. LeBron James is a great role model, man. He's just a pure example of how to have longevity in your career, how to sacrifice and just with the expectations that he had coming into the league at a young age, and to be who he is on a consistent basis for 21 years, it just mesmerizing to me, man. And I really I admire that about the King James.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely is one to be admired. He is 37, is that right?
38, about to turn
38.
39.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow. So yeah, he's had a hell of a career, man. I didn't realize he was that old until last week. I was listening to a show and somebody said it and I looked it up. It was like, my Lord, this man. He's a
Yeah, and if
baller, dude.
Yep, and if you look at his numbers, man, it's not a drop off at all from the time that he first entered into the NBA, leading up to 21 years later, man. And it's an amazing thing to see. And the NBA is gonna truly miss him once he's done playing, man. And I just pray that someone comes along and is able to, what I mean, continue the trend of just being a absolutely dominant basketball player, man. That'd be great for the game.
Yes, sir. Agreed on that. Yeah, I mean, back in my day, it was Michael Jordan. That's the big one that we all knew and loved. Or it may have been Kobe Bryant. He was also one we all knew and loved. But agreed, that's a great athlete to really align yourself with. So, in your time at Tuskegee, your nickname is Toro. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Can you tell me why do they call you Toro?
So I originally got the nickname Toro back in, I want to say, eighth grade. Eighth grade. So a lot of people, they don't know how to pronounce my name, which is Torian, and a lot of people would pronounce it Toron or Taurine, Torian, or things of that nature. And I was just like, man, maybe I should just call myself Toro. You know what I'm saying? Just to simplify it, and just have a name that rolls off the tongue more fluently, and announcers have more fun with that, comparing me to the bull, of course, which is the Spanish meaning of toro. And that's really where it originated from, man. The people who was closer around me or went to school with me, they really couldn't pronounce my name well. So
Understood. Yeah. As soon as I saw your name, is it weird that I knew what it was? I had
yeah,
it right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, but yeah, man, it unique names. I was a coach down in Southeast Missouri there for a little bit, and we had some unique names there too. And really, you learn very quickly, what it is, how to say it, whatever.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just something that it sticks out. In terms of like your time at Vegas, are you pretty excited about that? You ready to go?
Absolutely, absolutely. I've never been to the West Coast at all, not even for a visit. I only been on an airplane one time, which was to my trip to New Orleans for the HBCU Legacy Bowl. So I'm very excited, man, just to be taking this next step in my life. And like I said, I'm more than grateful. I'm humble, and I'm just ready to go out and put on a show for the people who believe in me, and of course, my Lord and Savior. And I'm just very thankful to be in this position that I'm in.
I'm very happy for you, man. That's a good squad to be on. Are you familiar with Evan Wilsmore?
No, no, I'm not.
All right. Well, he's the assistant director of player development. I believe that's his
Okay,
title. So
okay,
you should have some contact with him once you get there and start running and doing some things. But
yep,
great
yep.
guy, great dude. I'll have him on next week Tuesday.
Okay.
Watch in if you want, get to know a little bit more about him. But he's a good guy, man. I think that'll be a good relationship there.
I'll definitely be tuning in, brother. I'll definitely be tuning in, and like I said, my head coach is Mike Davis, and I've been communicating with him. And like I said, he mentioned to me that our report date will be shot over to us anytime between now and Friday, and our schedule just been released today. And like I said, man, I'm just very excited to put those pads back on and get back to work, man.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and say that the schedule did drop today, guys. If you're interested, the IFL schedule. I mean, get on, check it out. It's on their social media as well as their website. Are you pretty in terms of the arena ball? Have you witnessed any arena ball? Have you like got to see a game in person yet?
No, sir. No, sir. I have not. Honestly, I'm just like I said. I'm just very fortunate and grateful for this opportunity to experience new things. You know what I mean? It definitely would be an adjustment playing 8v8 football on a smaller field, and like I said, man, I'm just happy that I'm able to put those pads back on again. Because like when I put those pads on, it feels like another home for me. And I'll play against 12, 14, or 15. It doesn't matter how many guys is on the field. I'm ready to put the work in and display my talent.
Awesome, man. Sounds like you're ready to roll for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can't wait.
Tell me what's some of the biggest strengths you have as an athlete or just football player in general.
Okay, so I'll say this: when you get to the college level, just about everybody can play. You know what I mean? Just about everybody can play. My biggest attribute I'd say is just the work ethic. You know what I mean? After workouts, I'm gonna go put in more work. After practice, I'm gonna go put in more work. I'm sitting at home. I'm just like, it's some work to be done. You know what I mean? Like I'm not just gonna just sit around. I'm gonna do some push-ups. I'm gonna do some. I have weights in my house. I'm gonna do some curls. I'm gonna do some shoulder presses. you know what I mean? I'm gonna just take that extra step because I understand that on game day, what you do in the dark always shows up in the light. So that's my biggest attribute, man. I feel like as a smaller back, as an underdog type of player, that you know what I mean, the stuff that gets overlooked is what makes me stand out.
Understood. Understood. So that goes into my next question. What's some of your strengths as a running back? What makes you successful? While you do this, I'm going to play your YouTube in the background.
Okay, okay. Just over the years, I've learned to be patient with my speed. I learned to be a student of the game. I've learned to just, you know what I mean, just read blocks and understand defensive schemes and what they're trying to do. Um, I've, like I said, I'm quick, fast. I'm a physical guy. It may not seem like it, but I'm a physical guy. I lift weights for a reason. You know what I mean? I pride myself on not getting chased down. You know what I mean? Like I'm always gonna fight for that tuck, that extra yard, and I'm just like I said, man. I've just been extremely blessed with the gifts that I have, man, and I tend to use them on each scale and each platform that I'm on.
Understood. Now, watching your film, I can really see your ability to redirect. You see a hole, you hit the lane, you're out.
Yes,
And
sir.
it's very common in watching you. And I watched the two highlight tapes you had on YouTube. And I mean, it's like as soon as you see that hole, dink, He's out. Yep.
Foot in the ground. Foot in the
Yep.
My head coach at Miller Grove, Damian Wings, he told me, man, like once you see that lane, put your foot in the ground and get north now. I remember that from when I was 15 years old, man. That always resonated with me and it always stuck with me. And I'm a heckler on outside runs because I understand that a lot of defenders have a hard time making tackles outside the numbers. So when I get outside the numbers, that's just like playground football for me, man. It's just going out there and making people miss, having fun with it.
Yeah, you can see it, man. I mean, you really can watching your highlights,
Yes, sir. Yes,
just
sir.
bouncing off and rolling.
Absolutely blessed. Like I said, man, what's done in the dark always come to light. I have the opportunity to to talk to younger athletes, and I always tell them, man, it's not about what you do when everybody's watching. It's all about what you do on your own.
100% right there, man. That's a given. If you don't work for it, you're not going to get it.
Absolutely.
So I got some comments coming in. I'm going to get to in just a second, guys. All right. So Texas Pete said he's playing in IFL, not in arena. Different rules. True rule. The rules are different, but when I necessarily mean arena, I just mean inside a smaller field. And then he said, "What's the biggest challenge to play on a smaller field?" So what do you think right now? What's going to be your biggest challenge?
The biggest challenge for me, I honestly don't. I really don't feel like it'll be a challenge. I feel like it'd be. Matter of fact, I'll say this. I'll say the speed will probably be a little more faster because of the smaller space that we're playing in. But I don't necessarily consider that to be a challenge. You know what I mean? I feel like it's an advantage for me in a way because I'm a smaller guy and I can use that to my advantage.
Yep. Agreed. How tall are you?
I am 5'6".
Yeah, so you're pretty beefy, man. I looked at most of your stuff. You're 5'6", but you you wide, man. So
Yeah, I'm about 195 pounds.
wow, so you come out swinging. People really don't expect that power, do they?
Exactly. Even announcers from my college days would consider me a speed back, and then they'll see me play and they'll see me get that tough 3rd and 3, and they'll be like, "Whoa, he's supposed to be a scat back." No, he's a all every down back who can catch the ball and things of that nature. So
It's awesome, man. I still got your highlights running in the background. I got to turn them off, or I keep watching.
I appreciate the love and support, man.
Hey, anytime, man. That's what I'm here for. That's what my crew is here for too. We just want to kind of get the word out, get your story out, and like I said, just see what makes you tick, as a player.
Yes, sir, man. Just like I said, man, just the love of the game. There's some people that Coach Prime, he's famous for saying that some people are in like with playing football, and some people love the game. And I'm one of those who love the game. It has done so much for me, man, and I'm very appreciative to even, you know what I mean, like to step out of my comfort zone and do something that's not typically normal of me, even stepping into the indoor football league realm of things, man. I'm willing to do it for the love of the game because I understand that my love and my passion will take me to heights that I didn't even think was imaginable. So I'm willing to take on any challenge by the horns, man. You know what I mean?
I like the horns reference there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I see what you mean though. You're saying even if it's a big field or small, you're going to be ready and you're going to prepare yourself adequately, no matter the playing surface or rules or people you're even up against.
Absolutely.
Understood. Yeah, so Texas Pete was commenting. I was just trying to hit some of his highlights, some of his concerns, but he said can't wait to watch you play in San Antonio.
Yep. We do have the. I can't remember the
The
name.
the gunslingers. The,
Gunslingers, San Antonio Gunslingers. Yep. I think we
yeah,
have them at home.
got you. Yeah, man. I wish y'all were closer. There's not any games that are really close to me down in Mississippi. Everything's kind of a far out drive, but I'm hoping to catch something at some point.
Yeah, man. If you ever get in the area, I have some tickets waiting on you.
Yes, sir. Sounds good. I may hit you up on that. Seriously.
Yes, sir. I'll have tickets to give away. Like I said, I'm all the way across the country, so I know my families won't be able to make every game. So
Understood. Vegas is going to be wild, though, man. It's going to be a little different living there.
yeah, man. Like I said, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for everything that it has to offer. I'm coming with a clean, clear mind, a strong mental. You know what I mean? I'm just ready to put the work in and get to the next level.
Speaking of that, how do you feel about the opportunity to develop your skills in other leagues besides the NFL, whether it be this XFL, USFL, or whatever? I mean, as you as a player, how do you feel about those leagues?
Right now I'm putting all of my focus into the indoor football league, as I should. You know what I mean? I gotta learn to. My coach has shared the film with me. I've been watching the film and just learning the speed of the game, learning the play calls and the adjustments. And I understand that in this league that receivers are able to go in a vertical type motion before they cross the line of scrimmage. So I'm a student of the game right now, man. I'm just soaking up everything that I can learn about the indoor game right now. And as far as the XFL, USFL, and NFL goes, those are definitely opportunities that will present themselves as long as I do what I'm supposed to do in the position that I'm in right now.
Great answer, man. It sounds like you're ready to roll, like I said. And I mean, talking to Dontae last night is the same type of attitude. That's what's crazy. Y'all should talk, man. You might get along, seriously, because it's
that's
very
that's that
similar.
that's that that's that offensive lineman running back relationship, man.
You're right. You're right. He knows he's there for that, and he's up for it as well. Yeah, it's a great. He's a great dude, man. Watch it if you get a chance after this, and you'll get to a little bit more, get to know a little bit more about him.
Definitely.
Yeah, I was just curious of what you thought the opportunity held for players like yourself. I mean, if you look back, I don't know, let's say even what 8 years ago, 6 years ago, there wasn't as many opportunities available, and now you got a lot more to kind of surf around and find yourself as a player and get your name out more. So it's
Definitely,
awesome.
definitely. But it's definitely key to take advantage of the opportunity that you do have. You know what I mean? And don't overlook it, trying to you know what I
Hmm.
mean, just trying to overlook what you do have and trying to get to the next level without even solidifying your name on one level. You know what I mean? Even
Exactly.
Coach Prime says, "Hey, you got to worry about now." You know what I'm saying? Even it's a famous saying that the head coach at Benedict, we played Benedict in the championship last year. He said, "What are you going to do with your now?" And now is no opportunity wasted.
I
So
like it.
I'm a hickler for that, man. I'm just not trying to waste any more opportunities that comes my way.
Well, sounds like you're ready to roll, man. It's a repeated thing, but I can tell you're humble. You got a good head on your shoulders, and you're ready to work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me ask, what's some long-term goals you got? Is there anything that you're looking to do? I know you're really focused on this opportunity, but let's say 3 to 5 years ahead. What are you looking at?
3 to 5 years ahead, man. It's hard. It's hard for me to speak on that, man, because I'm so focused on the now aspect of it. I'm worried about tomorrow, what workout I'm gonna do tomorrow, and how I'm gonna push myself to the limit tomorrow. And I just feel like if I continue with that mindset and continue with my prayer life and my spiritual evolution, and God will put me in the position that He desires for me to be. That's the most important thing for me. I want my will for my life to align with His, because ultimately His will be the one that works. So that's what I'm heckling for. One day at a time. Like I said, now no opportunity wasted. I'm thankful for the opportunity that I do have with the Vegas Knights, the Vegas Nighthawks, and I'm taking it one day at a time, man. I'm putting in work.
Understood. Yes, sir. So, hey, Amari, I don't know, is this someone you know? He said you didn't mention the 3 hour workouts in the weight room / Stone Mountain.
Yeah, man. So I actually have videos where I run up the mountain, and when I go to the weight room, man, I get into a whole different element. I stay in there for 3 to 5 hours at a time. You know what I mean? And I just put in work. But I feel like I have to leave the gym with a part of my body just not functioning right. If that makes sense. Like I'm just sore to the point where I need to rest. You know what I mean? So
I understand.
and I'm just like I said, man. I'm taking this thing one day at a time. I'm taking this thing one rep at a time, and I'm just excited for the opportunity that I have, man. Very humble and very grateful.
So, this is you right here. This is on your YouTube.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's on my YouTube. I also have videos on my Instagram. That's at Toro Taylor, ToroTaylor. If you guys are interested in checking that out, it's under my highlights. The highlight is entitled "Sufficient Work," and you guys will be able to see some of my workouts and some of my mountain runs, man.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I just had to play it since you were talking about it. So you doing this on the regular with the mountain runs? Like, do y'all go
Yes,
out
sir.
there?
Yes, sir. I live 5 minutes away from Stone Mountain,
That's
so I'm
awesome.
there. I'm there. I'm there. That's my best friend. The mountain is my best friend. That's an advantage that I have because a lot of guys don't have a mountain next.
Oh, he's back. He's coming back. Give it a second. There he is. Hold up, I lost you. Yeah, do me a favor. Just leave it and then come back and it should work fine. Nope, still can't hear you. Yeah, you'll have to leave it and then come back. I'll put it in the chat for you. We've been having issues with StreamYard today. I don't know why. Last night I had a little bit. All right, we'll get him back in here. No worries. Yeah, I'm not sure. And me and him both have good internet. That's the thing too. You can see his videos clear as day, and so is mine. So not sure. I think it's on StreamYard's end. We'll wait for him to get back. After we get done, I'm gonna stream the interview with Dontae Keys. There we are. Yeah, man, I told you this thing's been acting buggy, so no worries. It's nothing you did.
Okay. I can hear you perfectly now. Can you hear me?
Same. Yep.
Gotcha.
The same thing happened yesterday when I was on the call with Dontae, man. Exactly the same issue. It's not on either one of our ends because I could tell your internet's good and so is mine. So I'm not really sure. I think it's StreamYard, but no worries, man. We'll get back to what we were talking about.
Okay.
You were talking about the mountains, though. Is what
Yeah, man. Like I said, I feel like that's an advantage because not a lot of guys have a mountain that's 5 minutes really in walking distance of their home, and I use that to my fullest advantage, man. And I'm up there. I'm up there consistently, probably about 3 to 5 times a week. And after I leave from there, I go straight to the weight room because the weight room is literally 5 minutes away from the mountain. So it's a blessing, man. I feel like God put everything in place for me to not have any excuses, man.
Yeah, that's a beautiful place to work out. It looks like, man, from watching the video.
Absolutely.
We'll include your Instagram in the notes as well. I'm not too active on Instagram, so I didn't even know you were on there. But what I'll get you to do is you can send it to me when we're done, and I'll make sure it's in the show notes for everybody.
Yes, sir. All my social media platforms are the same. Just Toro
Gotcha.
Taylor.
Cool.
ToroTaylor.
I found. Did you have Facebook going as too?
I
Is
do.
that
That's my name, my government name, which is Taurean Taylor.
understood?
Taurean. Last name Taylor. Taylor.
Yeah, I try not to use my government name too much either. To be honest with you, sometimes it comes out. Yeah, man, it's been a good conversation, short and sweet, but it's been nice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like I said, I definitely appreciative of you having me on.
Hey, man, I appreciate your time, seriously. And like I said, either way it goes, I hope you have some good success this year. I got one more question for you, and then I'll let you go unless you got anything else or unless the fans are wanting to ask some questions.
Okay, sounds good.
So, what's your thoughts on all this merger business, man? As a potential player, as someone that maybe someday be playing in one of these leagues, I mean, how do you feel about it so far?
I heard a lot of things, but of course, nothing is concrete. I hear that they're bringing in 5 teams from each league, and personally, I feel like they should bring both 8 teams from each league. But of course, I don't know what's behind it or the logistics behind all of the things like that. But as far as combining of the two leagues, I feel like it'd be great for football. It'd be a central platform a central spring league platform that guys such as myself could use to get to the next level and support their families. But like I said, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of it, man. I'm definitely looking forward to see where it goes from here.
Yeah. I mean, anything that's going to make that more professional, that experience more legitimate, bring in better skill, that's all beneficial. The only thing
Mhm.
that people really are afraid of is losing their job, losing their team, losing the city they're in. That's
Right.
the downsides. But
Right. That's what I was thinking of when I referenced the 18s. Like I don't want anyone to have to close out their whole organization, man. That'd be tough for some people.
Yeah, it's been kind of nasty so far in terms of just how it's gone. Instead of uniting and becoming one single voice of this, there's been a lot of division. There's been a lot of I heard this, I saw this, I read that, I know better. And I mean, in my opinion, it's just better to wait it out and see what happens.
Yep, yep. We're in the same boat, brother. We're in the same boat. I'm checking my TLs each and every day, just hoping for some good news, man. And like I said, it'd be great to see all 16 teams competing.
Agreed. And I'm in the same boat. I took like a 11 day break from making a show, and I was doing one every 2 or 3 days. But man, I just got tired of talking about the same new rumors and speculation and everything. And so it's a good change up to get you guys on the show. So once again, appreciate
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Dazzle Me 77. I will.
it. Yeah, we got some more coming in, and you might have some questions. When you may have already answered them, and you can hit them again if you want.
Thank you, Aaron.
And I think, yeah, Aaron said up here too. No, that's not too good of a good one. Here's a question from Aaron. What's your goal, football or otherwise? And you kind of
You went out. I can't hear you.
can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what's
What
your
you-
goal, football or otherwise? And you've
Um,
already answered. Kind of.
right. Like I said, I just want to continue doing what God has ordained for my life and working in my gift, which is also I cook. I have my own catering business.
That's awesome.
I like to train. So like I said, I train, I cook, and like I said, man, I'm just a humble individual, just always looking to elevate, bro.
What do you like cooking the most, man? What kind of
Uh,
food?
my my go-to food is pasta. That's my
Gotcha.
specialty. My
Italian.
specialty, man. I also do wings and loaded fries, loaded tots, shrimp and fries, things of that nature. And if you guys want to check it out, my Instagram page is Toro's Kitchen Catering on Instagram. That's TOROS Kitchen Catering on Instagram. If you guys want to check out some of those plates.
Make sure you give me that stuff, man. Like I said, I'll stick it in the notes where it can just be clicked and it's super easy to get to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But other than that, man, I'm extremely big on my faith in God. Like I said, I just want my will for my life to align with His, man, and everything will work out in His favor. And you guys will be the first to witness what He has in store for me.
That's awesome, man. I got some more comments rolling in, so we're gonna work through them. All right.
Yes, sir.
So Kim Skinner says, "Great athlete, but amazing young man. Great opportunity. Super focused and disciplined."
Thank you, Miss Skinner. Thank you so much for your support.
Then we got T Horton. Congrats and blessings to you.
Thank you. Blessings to you as well.
And we got Aaron again. He said, "Nice. Stay humble, big dog."
It's the only way to go, man. My mother, she raised me well. I'm very thankful for the mother that I have. And big kudos to her. I hope she's watching tonight. Big kudos to you. I love you, mom.
I love that, man. That's awesome. You got some respect for your mom, and you value her in her position. So that's awesome. And we got Mike. Mike came through. He said, "Other than RB, what other positions do you have experience at?"
Receiver. So in high school, my we ran a wing T offense, so I basically played a slot back position. So I have a lot of experience with running routes. And if you pull up my high school highlight tape, you will see a lot of long touchdowns from me running seam routes and things of that nature, man. Speed outs and like I said, I'm very comfortable with catching the football. It's just the offense that we ran at Tuskegee, they didn't require me to have to do such. We had a receiver room stacked full of receivers, so we end up going 10 personnel, and most that I would have to do is screen passes. So that's why the reception yards weren't up like that. But as far as catching the ball, I'm very comfortable with that. That's probably one of the top questions I get asked by recruiters and coaches, man. I'm very comfortable with catching the ball, and I'm just thankful and thankful and hopeful for opportunities to be able to display that.
Yeah, man, I could see you getting some underneath passes
You went out again. There you go.
Yeah, I having some issues, man. It keeps cutting out on me. I'm not sure why. I'm sitting there playing with it. Hold on one second. All right. Let's see. All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was saying I can see you getting some underneath passes, and just breaking out, almost like an Alvin Kamara.
Man, I'm telling you, I love catching the ball. That's one of my favorite things to do because I feel like I'm unguardable. Of course, anybody who plays receiver or plays a running back, they just feel as if they're unguardable, and I have proof to back up what I say. So, and if anybody want to line it up, we could do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's no issue.
He said he's ready. Just let him know.
Absolutely, just let me know. Line it up.
That's awesome, man. And having the different skills is going to help you in any kind of league. It's going to give
Mhm.
you, the coaches are really going to love that when you can do multiple things.
Oh yeah, and also the return game. Definitely in the return game. Punt return, kick return. I'm very comfortable with catching the ball off the foot and looking for holes and getting in open field. I operate best in open field, but also love to find holes and like I said, I'm smaller so I can fit in places that bigger people can't go and hit that thing and bust up out of there at any point in time. So I love the return game, man. Also.
I think you would be a killer returner, man. If you get open field speed, you're out. I don't think anybody's going to catch you.
Exactly. Like I said, I pride myself on not getting caught because I know my teammates will let me hear it once I get back to the sideline, being that I'm supposed to be a speed guy. So I pride myself on not getting caught.
Nick said, going to tear it up in Vegas. Can't wait to see it.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick. Can't wait to, like I said, just can't wait to work in my grace, man. Just can't wait to work in my grace.
Then he said, appreciate you representing the gridiron crew.
Absolutely, Nick. Absolutely. Thank you guys for believing in me.
Yeah, special thanks to them. Great guys, great crew. I've interviewed a few of their athletes now. I think you're like the fifth or the sixth, but every athlete that's been sent my way is very humble, great individual, got skills. So they know who they got, and it's great that you guys are all joined together in that team.
Man, it's a like I said, it's a blessing, man. I had a situation where I had a NFL PA certified agent who actually ended up dropping me after my pro day, and Dallas Hartwell hit me up and he said, "Hey man, we believe in you. We're gonna give you a shot." And like I said, I took it as a blessing, man, and took it head on, and haven't looked back since. So I'm very thankful for the Gridiron crew.
Yeah, they know where to put guys, and they can find you the opportunities needed to show out, and that I've seen that numerous times. And the athletes I've interviewed, and then just the guys that they pick up and then that sign very soon later.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, man, that's about all the questions I got. I don't know. Hopefully this mic don't cut out on me again. Rusty night, man. I told you it's been 11 days, 12 days since I did my last live stream. So things are a little chippy.
A little shaky right now. It's a little shaky, but it'll get back on track. It'll get back on track.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got some more questions coming in, so I'm just going to hit you with them. All right.
Okay.
Do you play any special teams as a returner? And how about defensive special teams? Do you like playing kamikaze?
Definitely, man. Like I said, I just love being out there. I love playing the game of football. I even love to play defense, man. Where the chances of me playing defense are pretty slim to none right now. But I like I said, I study defensive schemes. I study the corner position. I study linebackers. I study safeties, man. But as far as the return game goes, like I said, man, I love returning. I love being in open field, being in open space, and operating and trusting my blockers to lead me to the promised land, man. Like I said, I love the return game.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, Jay's a good guy. I see him. He comments and does a lot within Facebook. So if you got the attention of a guy like that, you should be able to. You're gonna have a lot of people following you for sure.
Thank you, Mr. J.
And then Latavia, she said, "Let's go Toro."
Thank you, Miss Latavia Smith. That's my girlfriend.
Got you. All right, all right. Well, she supports you, man. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
My girlfriend's supposed to be watching this, but I don't know. I doubt it.
I'm waiting on my mom's comment. I'm waiting on my mom to comment.
Hey, she will eventually, hopefully. Well, I'll be looking for it, man.
Yes, sir.
We're about out of questions though, so it's about that time to wrap it up.
Okay.
I appreciate you coming on tonight, dude. It's been a good interview, good talk. Besides the couple technical difficulties we had, I appreciate it greatly. And man, I look forward to seeing what you do, and just stay humble and keep doing what you're doing. Keep representing you and your craft and God and everything else, man.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you for having me on. Hopefully, one of these days I get to see you face to face and shake your hand, brother.
I agree, man. Good luck to you. If you need anything, reach out anytime. Seriously.
Yes, sir. Thanks again.
I'll have all your stuff blasted out where everybody can see it and find it easily.
Okay, I'll shoot you the rest of those links that you need.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. I appreciate you greatly, Tor.
Yes, sir.
Like having some issues. Can you hear me?
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
There we go. Later, man. Have a good one.
Later.
Man, the StreamYard is not cooperating tonight. Appreciate you, man, for coming on. Taurean, great guy, great athlete. Look forward to seeing what you do, seriously, in Vegas. I think you're going to have a good career there. You got more comments rolling in as we go. So, Texas Pete, thank you for taking your time to talk with us. God bless you. Kim Center, good luck in Vegas. Continue to shine. Stay humble. Oh, I think this is his mama. She said, love you. Oh, man, I wish I'd had him still on here. Man, you got a good, strong crew behind you. So keep representing, man, doing your thing. Oh, so I'm about to stream the interview with Dontae. I interviewed him last night. It's short. It's about 30 minutes or so. It's same kind of thing. We talked about some different topics. It's not just a runoff of the same thing we just discussed, but it's similar. He's a O lineman. He's from Colorado State. Was his last recent playing experience. Great guy, great individual. Really humble as well, man, and that's common amongst O linemen. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to stream that. Hopefully, we don't have any kind of technical difficulties. It's been a little weird tonight, so we'll see what happens. Oh, here we go. One more comment. Definitely hear from my son. Dontae's #1 fan. So that's Mama. Got you. Hey, well, appreciate you watching. I appreciate you supporting your boy, and just know he's going to do the best he can, especially just from talking to him, man. Super humble guy. And to be honest with you, a headstrong running back like that is usually not like that. So it's really good to see someone that's humble and they're ready to polish their craft further. So yeah, I'm gonna try to stream the interview with Dontae now. If there's any technical difficulties, we'll get it lined out, but we should be good. Appreciate you guys all listening and watching. Next Tuesday, I'll have Evan Wilsmore on. Evan is a great guy. He's been on the show before. We'll just discuss some things about the Vegas Nighthawks and as well as the merger stuff. I really didn't want to hit a whole episode with the merger stuff, and I'm about done with it, honestly. It's too much. Every day there's something redundant coming out or some other insider with something else that nobody knew. And I mean, the information could be accurate as it's coming out, but that's the thing is we can't keep up with that, and we can't stick to one thing and then change it and then go back and yada, yada, yada. It's exhausting. So next week I'll have Evan on. We'll discuss some things and we'll probably talk about the merger some, but like I said, we're not going to hit it hard unless something concrete develops and drops where we can discuss it. I'm not going to keep making content about the same subject. I was hoping in the hiatus and the break that I had that things would drop, but now it's looking to be quite a bit before we hear anything. Maybe soon. Who knows? But I appreciate you guys all listening. I'm going to work on these technical issues and see if I can get them aligned before my next show Tuesday. But honestly, I think it's just StreamYard. I've done everything on my end, but not sure. Appreciate you listening again. Come back next week and see me. I'm about to stream this interview with Dontae, and then we'll close out right after. So, I mean, this will be the end of you seeing me. If you guys got any questions, concern, comments, check out social media. You can find us anywhere, XFL Insider Pod on Twitter. Everywhere else, just type in the XFL Insider Podcast, and it should pop up. Instagram, not too active on there just because I tried to upload pictures and it kept locking me down. So I quit uploading. But yeah, should be good to go on all platforms. I'm available, guys. If you want to talk to me or anybody on the crew, I mean, we'll speak and we'll have some conversation. And if you're interested in coming on the show sometime, I'd love to facilitate that as long as you've got some legitimate content and something to talk about. We're not getting opinions and rambles on here. You don't see me doing that. Got some more comments checking in. Jay said, thanks, Matt. Then Nick said, ready for our guy, Dontae Keys. Yeah, me too, man. Dontae's a good guy. I'm playing it up right now. But anywho, special thanks to the Gridiron crew. Good relationship there. They've got some great athletes. They've given me the opportunity to interview them, and I greatly appreciate it. Get to know these guys and their different backgrounds and where they're from. It's a good experience. So thank you, guys. Also, thank you for the work you do for these men. I see what you give them and the opportunities that arise for them. So it's noticeable and it's impactful. So keep doing what you're doing, guys. Appreciate you. Thanks to XFL board and the XFL. XFL, I appreciate you letting me cover the league. Hopefully we'll still have the XFL next year, but we'll see. And at XFL board, great place to do some discussions, check out some news and other things. I've been partnered with them for the majority of the show, if not all the show, and they do some sharing and get our content out to a wider audience. So thank you, XFL board. Check them out. I'm about ready to stream this interview. Got a couple more comments. Hey, Dontae, what's up, man? Dontae said, appreciate you having me on. Then Nick said, appreciate you providing this platform. Always, man. I do it for the love. So appreciate both of you guys. Without further ado, I'll go ahead and present the interview with Dontae Keys II. Enjoy it. Let me know how it goes. I'll be watching from the background just in case there's any kind of issues that arise. But thank you guys again. Great pleasure, great honor. I love this, and I love being able to drive some content, positive content for these leagues. So thanks again, and here is the interview. Dontae Keys II to the show tonight. How you doing tonight, Dontae?
Pretty good, man. I can't complain. How about yourself?
Not too bad. I'm getting back in the swing of things. I've been off for about 11 days from the show. So, getting my sea legs under me again. I appreciate you visiting with me tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate you for having me, man, for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's always a pleasure getting athletes like yourself on here, giving you a platform, giving you a voice, just discussing things with you. We don't really have anything to gain, but it's good to actually get to know your story, your background, and kind of figure out who you are as a person that makes you the athlete you are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Most definitely. Well, I guess to start off, well, as you know, he said my name Dontae Keys. I'm originally from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Been playing football since forever, man. Since as young as you can start playing, that's when I started playing. And so, I immediately grew a love for the game, grew a love for just every aspect of the game. And, I was blessed enough to receive a college offer to go play college football at North Carolina A&T. That's a HBCU in North Carolina. A really big shout out to them, North Carolina A&T, Coach Rob Broadway. He brought me in. Really molded me and I just really owe a lot to A&T for the player that I became. Just learning physicality, learning the speed of college football compared to high school football, learning what team means. I feel like that's the biggest thing I learned at North Carolina A&T, learning what the word team is and what it means to really be a brotherhood. I feel like I really got that experience at an HBCU, and I feel like HBCU cultures really highlight that team camaraderie, that brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? So once COVID hit in 2020, that's when everybody's world was just shaking up, and so things came to an end, and I had to get into the transfer portal. They ended up canceling my senior season. And so I had to jump in the portal. It was the decision that, I prayed on and thought on and felt like it was the best decision for me. A lot of things happened while I was in the portal. That was a crazy time. And so I ended up going to Florida International down in Miami under Coach Butch Davis. Shout out to Coach Butch Davis. Man, that's my guy right there. Legendary coach. But yeah, I was really blessed to, play up under a legendary coach like that. Has been a head coach for the Cowboys, been a coach for many college teams. He just been around and just being able to rub elbows with him and soak in some of that game that he has. He has a lot of wisdom. And so I actually texted him the other day just to check on him. And like I said, that's really my guy. But yeah, so just really grew a lot there. Experienced a lot more in life, a lot more with football. Coach Davis, he did a great job with the team and trying to teach us all to be better men. And, I graduated from Florida International in 2021. And then I transferred to Colorado State where I finished up my collegiate career. So that's where I did my grad year.
Understood. Now let's run it back a little bit. In high school, man, how was your high school career? I mean, you're offensive lineman. So, I mean, what did you play guard or tackle? And then how was your high school years of playing? I mean, were you a stud back then?
Man, I would say I was a good player. I was raw. I had a lot of raw talent. Still struggle with a little technique stuff. But I think a lot of my high school was affected by my junior year. I broke my foot in the first game. And I was going crazy that game too. I was getting pancake after pancake. I was like, man, this is gonna be a great season. It's gonna be a great season. And then one thing led to another, broke my foot. So, I had a few colleges looking at me. No offers yet, but I had some colleges reaching out to me and stuff like that. But a lot of that stuff died down. That junior season, man, that's the money year for, high school guys. So, I wasn't able to play that year. I came back. We made it to the playoffs, and I was able to come back for that one playoff game. And it was a heartbreaking loss. I forget the exact score, but it was a close game. It was a heartbreaker, man. But yeah, man, that's pretty much. And then, my senior year, I just went out there and did what I could and, tried to ball out the best I could. And, I was fortunate enough to get a scholarship to play, at A&T. So.
Fair. I had to inquire, man, because I know back like when I played ball, at least, and it's not that long ago, but when a big, solid offensive lineman came through the ranks of any state class, you knew who they were typically. A 6'5", 350 type guy. Yeah, everybody knew him. Everybody saw him. So I was just curious.
Right. Yeah. My high school was known for we was known for like producing a lot of big time, big offensive linemen. Some people I actually looked up to. I don't know if you know his name is Xavier Nixon. He actually played for the Florida Gators and went on to play in the NFL. He was one of like kind of guys I looked up to. Young kid, looked up to him. He played at the same high school, and just shouts out to him. Being a good mentor at that age. Yeah, but my high school, we produced a lot of big offensive linemen, so it was pretty normal around there.
Gotcha. Where I come from, it was not normal. And, you saw, even then before I was a coach, before I went on and did other things, you saw the importance of that offensive line because, man, you went and played a team with some big guys and they steamrolled you every time. It didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So very impactful in the game. People don't give offensive linemen the importance they need, but you guys are needed by far to do so many different things on that field, whether you want to pass the ball or run it. I mean, I know the value of an O lineman now, but yeah, man, it's good that you were able to take your skills and do things with it.
Yeah, it's kind of part of the job description, though. You gotta love that part of it too, being an offensive lineman. You gotta love the fact that they're not gonna celebrate. Okay, you did that. It's gonna be the running backs, the quarterbacks, but you gotta love part of it too. We do the dirty work, and that's okay.
Yeah, the best celebrations you got were watching film, seeing the pancakes as you watched. Yeah, I remember them days, man. So yeah,
Right.
that's pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah. So in your college career, you had to transfer, and basically you said it was. I mean, it was due to the COVID years. I mean, we can go ahead and
Yeah.
say it. And did you feel like that benefited you in the long run, or kind of held you back as you went on in your college career?
Honestly, I feel like everything in my life is a lesson. I always look back and say, man, what if I would have did that? Or what if I would have did this different? Or, what if COVID never happened and I stayed, But I feel like everything's a lesson. Everything that happens to me and for me, is what's supposed to happen. So, I can't really say it was good or bad. I just feel like that's what was supposed to happen for me.
Understood.
So, yeah.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. And not trying to throw blame out, but before we even started up the recording, I told you a lot of the guys I spoke with on your level, they've said the same thing, and a lot of them are just trying to find their place now because them years kind of messed y'all up on getting what you should have gotten the last few years.
Yeah. I know a lot of guys that was amazing athletes kind of fell through the cracks, man.
Yep.
Amazing athletes.
Yep. And then, so, I mean, that's one of the important things, and this is kind of off topic, but of these spring leagues and the arena leagues like you're in now, all those places are going to give you some experience and opportunities to move up in those ranks and be shown. So, but that's what the solid part about all of it is. At least you still have that avenue.
Right. It's a blessing. I'm so thankful, that I came up and, graduated and got out of college at the time I did. It's a lot of, like you said, a lot of spring leagues now, a lot of other opportunities for guys to get that, that opportunity that they need. So it's just a blessing, honestly.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Now let's get on football a little bit. I want to just find out some more about how you tick and what you think.
Okay.
Tell me what's some qualities needed to be an offensive lineman or to be a solid offensive lineman. What do you think that's needed?
You gotta be able to run. That's number one. I feel like the game is so fast nowadays. Everybody's fast. Defensive linemen are fast. I'm telling you, this last season at Colorado State, it just really hit me like, man, everybody is fast. All of that, big linemen just holding up the gaps, man, that's not the game no more. You got to be able to run. That's number one. You got to be able to bend and bend for a long time. You got to be able to stay down, keep your hips down, keep your pad level down for a long time, the whole game. You got to be able to do it. And I feel like if you have them two qualities, man, physicality, that's a given. If you playing on the college level, I feel like you have the physicality at least. You may not have the technique or the skill, but you at least have the physicality. So, that's a given. But just being able to run, being in shape, and being able to bend for a long time, man.
Understood. Now, did you play guard or tackle? That's one thing I wanted to recognize.
So at A&T, I played left tackle and right tackle. At FIU, I played left tackle, right guard, left guard, and right tackle. And then at Colorado State, I just played right tackle. So
you're versatile, is what that means. They can stick you wherever.
Yeah. That's what I try to be, versatile as possible. I'll be working on snapping too, just in case you never know. Might have to snap. Yeah, so just try to be as versatile as possible.
Yeah, that's going to come in handy, man. Being in the indoor leagues or an arena league or any of those leagues, if you can do multiple skills, they're going to want you on that roster for sure. So that's a smart man right there. Let me ask you, man, if I asked your coaches, hey, what would you say about Dontae as an athlete? What would they say? What do you think they'd say?
Man, I'm going to be honest.
Go ahead, be honest, please.
A lot of my coaches would say, I am a physical offensive lineman. When it comes time to practice, I'm ready to get to it. I'm ready to get physical. I'm ready to get down to it. I love to practice. I love to have a good time. I love to be close with my guys. I like to make people laugh. So, I really, really genuinely in my heart feel like, all my coaches will have good things to say about me. As far as my techniques and, different things on the field. There's always going to be room to improve. But overall, I feel like my coaches would just say, a guy that likes to bring the group together, a guy that likes to play physical and nasty and do the offensive line stuff.
I like it. I mean, you're a true offensive lineman, man, the way you talk. I can tell just from you do your job and you go home. But you enjoy it, though.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I love it, man. I love it.
So tell me, what's your best playing experience, or what's a good memory that you really hold on to from your athletic career?
I have to say my first national championship. I played for a black college football national championship in 2017.
That's awesome.
That was my freshman year of college. I was just on field goal, but seeing my team win that championship at that level, with everything that we had going on during that time, it's just something that I couldn't even imagine. And I just remember how close it brought my family together. It brought, my parents and my sister and all my loved ones together, my teammates, my friends. It just seemed like at that time of my life, like everything was coming together, and it was because of football, really. Football really just made everything in my life make sense. So I definitely have to say that's probably my favorite memory.
That's a great memory, man. I wish I could see some highlights from it. I might Google some stuff after this and see if I can, just to see what it looked like.
Yes, sir. Go watch them Celebration Bowl highlights. We went 2017, 2018, and 2019.
Will do, for sure.
Yes, sir.
So you value your time at the HBCU highly, I'm guessing, from what that sentiment right there.
Oh, man. Words can't even describe, I feel like that's really what made me who I am, being at an HBCU. And I feel like you learn a different pride for the game. You have a different pride for the game than a lot of people don't have. And I can only say that because, I went to, I guess you would say PWIs or different types of schools other than HBCUs, to where, it's a different feeling on game day. It's just a different feeling. It's personal. It's personal. It's always personal, but when you got a group of guys that got tears in their eyes, not because it's the championship or not because it's, they got money on it or something, but just because they love the game. They love HBCU football. It's a totally different experience, man.
Man, the few guys that I've talked to that attended HBCUs or knew people closely, they spoke about them in the same way. And it's unfortunate that, a lot of people don't see what truly what that means until they do some research and know what the history that's there and the opportunities that are given. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes on there that's great for the society of America in general.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's a blessing, man. It's just a culture. It's a cultural thing, man. A totally different football culture, HBCU football.
I'm going to have to go to an event sometime because I've heard so much about it and I have not. But I mean, hearing multiple guys talk about it, I'm going to have to. No choice.
Man, you just missed it. A&T had his homecoming this past weekend. They call it GHO. I don't know if you know. It stands for the greatest homecoming on earth.
Got you.
When I tell you, you just have to look it up, man. I can't even talk about it. It's the craziest thing you ever see, man.
I'll check it out, man, for real. I was trying to Google some stuff on the Celebration Bowl in the background while you were talking, just so I could throw it up.
Yeah, man, it's special.
Man, it's great that you value those experiences and stay humble throughout this whole thing. And that's even talking to you from the get-go, man. I can kind of tell that's how you were when we first spoke originally.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. So my parents did a great job raising me. My mom, hardworking woman, strong woman. My dad, hardworking man, strong man, didn't mind going to work every day, coming home tired, taking care of us, still loving us. And they didn't mind doing the hard work. So, they just rubbed off on me,
Understood. Did
Yes,
you
sir.
have siblings that play sports as well?
My sister played sports when she was younger. I got an older sister, but she kind of stopped playing sports after a while. Yeah, she was pretty good though.
Understood. Let's talk about, tell me more about your IFA tryout. I've heard a lot about this league, and you're one of the few that I've talked to that actually tried out. So how was that experience?
Man, it was a really cool experience. My agents had they kind of got in contact with me about the opportunity, to play internationally. And the league had just kind of started getting its buzz out about the tryouts and things like that. So, I just took a chance, and I feel like it would be a good opportunity for me to get in front of some different coaches, And at this point in my career, I feel like that's what it's all about, just taking the opportunities I'm given and just running with them. And so, I went, they had a tryout up in Dallas. So I went up to Dallas and, I forget the high school it was up at, but it was a beautiful high school, man. They had a real big indoor facility inside. They had all the regular pro day drills set up for us to do. Then we did a really extensive individual drill. So it was a real thorough tryout. It was real thorough. So, but man, I went up there and performed pretty well, and the coaches liked me and stuff. So was blessed, they sent me a draft invite to get drafted to one of the teams. So, still trying to see how it's going to play out, see what things go about with that league, being that it's new. But, we're just, like I said, just thankful for that. That's another opportunity, you know what I mean? So.
Yes, sir. Getting that name out there a little more, There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, your agents are great. The Gridiron Crew. I've interviewed multiple athletes from them. I mean, all good things. Never heard anything bad. I think they represent you guys well and really find a way to give you the opportunities you need for success.
Oh yeah, there's some great people, man. Great guys, great group of guys.
Agreed. So I mean, you're in the Frisco Fighters now. Are you excited about that opportunity?
Man, I am geeked up about it, man. But I got a few friends that played in the IFL this past season, and when I signed to Frisco, they was like, "Wow, you really signed them?" I said, they're a great football team. They got a great program, so it feels really good to hear that already. About the team that you signed to. So, I'm thankful to all the coaches for the opportunity, man. Just got to go in there and perform. Try to put my best version of myself out there on the field. Try to help the team out.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's a good team to play on, man. You should have it's not a giant fan following, but they are very loyal, and so you should have a good spot there. I think it's promising for a career.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm just ready to get back on that field again, man.
How long's it been? How long's it been since you touched the field officially, game wise?
Man, it seemed like a lifetime, but we coming up on a year. November of last year, I believe. Yeah, coming up on a year. This is the longest I've been in. What? Man, it's the longest I've been. It's been a long time.
It sounds like it, man. And
I'm telling you, I'll be around the house. I'm like, man, I don't even feel right. Man, I ain't got no practice or workouts or nothing to go to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just ready to get back to it for sure.
Understood. So playing for Frisco, are you going to move out that way, or what kind of your plan there?
Yeah. So I'm not too far from that area. So
Gotcha.
I'm still trying to figure out my plans as far as what I'm gonna be doing. But I'm gonna definitely be in place when the coach give me that call and tell me it's time to roll. So.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I've heard all good things about that league and that team also. So I think you'll be good, man. No worries about how it's going to go in terms of you're going to win some games. You're going to play with some solid, skilled athletes. You're going to have some good coaches also. So excited for you, man.
I appreciate that, man, for sure.
So I mean, only got a few more questions left, really, and this is a quick interview, but very efficient. I feel like we've had a good conversation in the 20 minutes we've been on, for real.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
What's some of your goals for the future, man? What are you looking at long term? Maybe 2-3 years out.
My goal definitely to still be playing professional football somewhere. My ultimate goal, like I said since the beginning, is to be in the Hall of Fame, NFL Hall of Fame. You know, the offensive line Hall of Fame be written down as one of the greatest. You know, and so, I'm gonna just keep working at that till my body can't no more. Keep grinding. No matter what obstacle may come or detour or crazy COVID disease or anything like that, we just gotta keep rolling with the punches, man. And that's one of my goals. Another one definitely with just being the best dad I can be. I got a little son. Yeah, he was born last March. So learning how to be a dad. I'm still kind of learning. Still trying to do the best I can. But I had a great example as a father, so it won't too hard for me. So being a better dad and just growing a relationship with God, continue to do that. And I should have said that first, but that's really the most important thing, just growing that relationship with God and just getting stronger and knowing myself, you know what I'm saying? So I can present the best version of myself to my teammates, to, my lady, to my son, to my family, so just those three main ones.
That's awesome, man. I tell you, very humble guy. Yeah, talking to you, I think you're probably one of the most humble I've ever spoken with.
Appreciate that. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
You got to give thanks to the Lord sometimes. So I get it, man.
Yeah, life will teach you, man. You gotta stay humble. You gotta stay the course and just keep your head down and keep working. Sometimes, a lot of stuff you may go through, but you just gotta try to stay humble as you can.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Do you so I mean, long term you're trying to be in the NFL. So I'd say in the next 2-3 years you're going to be trying to transition to that jump.
Yes, sir. As soon as they call me or as soon as they give me an opportunity, I'm riding with it. So, just kind of keep working. Never don't give up, even though things may look like something or things may not look like something, you know what I mean? You just got to keep grinding, keep going for your dreams, because hey, if you don't, somebody else will.
Agreed. Yep. And if you don't, nobody's going to do it for you. You got to do it yourself.
Right. That's the truth.
So, I mean, in terms of playing in the XFL or the USFL or whatever we're going to call it now, I'm not even sure at this point.
What's the name they came up with? I thought it was, have they figured out the name?
There's a few different speculation names that they've trademarked, but nothing official. They haven't concretely said anything that would tell us what the name is exactly. They trademarked United Football League and then in NSFL, which was National Spring Football League. But
okay, I think that one, the NSFL, I did hear about that. So.
Yeah, that was the first one, I think, and then the UFL came second. And at this point, I just quit listening because, man, it every day something new and just regurgitating. Right. That's why I'm glad to have you guys. I mean, I've got multiple athletes that are going to come on and try to fill in this void of content because this speculation isn't really my scene. I'd rather get to know some players and get to know more about you and what you think.
Yeah, I really appreciate that, man. Your platform, like I said, I had a chance to take a glance at some of your stuff, man. It's a really good thing you're doing here, getting people on and letting them tell their story. And, I really think feel like it'll help a lot of people's career.
I appreciate that, man. And that's the goal, honestly, is, it's not, we offer authentic product here, and it is what it is. It's not, we're not trying to get likes and clicks, and we're not trying to pick the biggest news to flash and advertise. I mean, I just enjoy the conversations, and just like now, it's like I don't know you necessarily, but I definitely feel like I got to know you a lot better in this interview. But yeah, man, in terms of like the XFL or the USFL, do you see yourself possibly playing in one of these leagues someday?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Especially, the way things have gone for me, with my football career. I plan on taking any of the best opportunities that come towards my way. I feel like both USFL and XFL are both great opportunities, for guys that, trying to make it to the league, or guys that are trying to continue their career, guys that really got something to prove, really, gives them a chance to get back on the field and show what they got. So I'm really, really grateful for them, both of them leagues,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about some of this merger stuff in terms of you being a potential player someday? How do you feel about it all?
Personally, I feel like, everything's about business. So it was definitely a business decision, a decision that, hey, I probably wouldn't understand, but hey, long as they still got offensive line, and I don't care what they call it, or how many people merge together or what, as long as they got people that play my position, so I can have that opportunity to come play with it,
Yes, sir. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, it benefits the whole of spring football, the evolution. I know we're still waiting on this and that, and who's the teams in, who's teams out, but you see the value in that opportunity, and it's just another step up.
Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, that's all it is. I got a couple friends in XFL and USFL, and I kind of tried to have a little talk with them and see how they was feeling about it, and a lot of people that I know is just kind of wondering, what's next, So I feel like it's a good thing, it gives that excitement for the spring, that having that football in the spring and giving, like I said, other people the opportunity to play. So, I feel like it's definitely going to be a whole lot more competitive with, I think they cut down the number of teams or number of.
Right now, like, it's all just speculation, and some people are saying it's going to be like a 6-6 team split, or a 5-5, or just a 10 total. So I mean, there's so much stuff out right now that we don't know truly what's happening, and I think it's just evolving, and then no one's keeping up. They hear something that they talked about 3-4 days ago, and then it changes again. And so anyway, not sure right now. The way it's sitting, you can expect that there are going to be some jobs cut out, whether it be by players, coaches, staff in general. That's how a merger works, and typically in business. So there will be some staff cut down, but we don't know the severity of that or what that exactly means.
Right. You just have to wait and see, honestly.
Yep. It's hard. It's hard right now, even like in my position, man. I had a show on October 24th, and I was just like, okay, I don't want to have more shows to talk about this. And like our conversation, this is appropriate. This is cool. We're not spending the whole episode on this, but I had to take a break just because I got tired of it, man. We couldn't get on the show without having that discussion for an hour and a half. So we took I was hoping this news would be dropped. Well, I'm hoping for tomorrow it drops, honestly, when this airs. So we'll see what happens. But
maybe so, man. I hope so.
I hope you find your way to that team or that league, no matter what it is, man, because I'd like to talk to you at a game and just be able to see you do your thing,
Yeah, man. I love that. Yes, sir. Got to keep grinding, man. We're going to get there.
Keep doing it, man. Keep doing it for your family, your son.
Yes, sir.
Everybody.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, man. But it's been a good interview, dude. I don't have any other questions for you, really. I didn't want to sit on here for an hour with you. But this has been a great experience. Appreciate your descriptions, your insights.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate the opportunity to be on your platform. Like I said, man, it's just a great thing you got going on. I'm just grateful to be a part of it for sure. So
I appreciate that greatly. You're always welcome back, man. If you need something, give me a shout anytime.
Yes, sir. We'll do.
All right, Dontae. Be safe, man.
All right, now we'll speak to you soon.
Yes, sir. Good luck.
All right, appreciate it.